Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. This is a Divine Manifestors reading. If you are a Divine Manifestor, then this is something that is for you. And if you are a manifester, you are somebody that is able to create an energetic pathway, open an energetic pathway in order for things to come into your life. So this can be in the form of opportunities such as job opportunities, like crazy job opportunities. Like maybe you have a job opportunity in another country, or you have a job opportunity just to be promoted. Or it can be in the form of material things such as houses, cars, money, all that kind of stuff. And it can also be in the form of connections that you have with people. Maybe you might be able to kind of set in motion the type of person that you want in your life, kind of on a conscious basis. A lot of people may describe you as lucky also. A lot of manifestors they get the they get the tag of being a lucky person, or things always working out for them no matter what happens. This would make you most likely a manifester. And when you are a manifester, you are a person that has a high level of intuition, okay? This is this divine, what people call divine feminine energy, although it's not something that is specific to an age, a race, or a gender. It's not really specific. So I can't really tell you what a manifestor looks like, because a manifestor can look in a million different ways. You know what I mean? But a manifestor more so, it's something you would, if you're a manifestor, you would know, okay? So for this reading is for the divine manifestor, currently hitting that energy wave right now. And what we're going to be focusing on is we're going to be looking at the mind. We're going to look at the mentality, which is a very important piece for if you are a manifestor. This is something that is very important, your mentality. We're also going to be looking at your emotions, your heart, things that are tied to your heart, as that is something that's an energy that is used on a high level with manifestors. Usually people that are very tied and very close to their emotions. And then we were going to be looking at the action advice from the Holy Spirit. We are going to be looking at advice that the Holy Spirit has, okay? So let's go ahead and dive in. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. So the first thing with the mentality here is, for the manifester, this could actually mean some of you might be going to court for something, possibly, I don't know. This could also mean karma, something with karma, something that needs justice in your life, okay? And what I'm really feeling is this is something that's in the past. And what we have here is we also have the Charioteer. So this is justice coming forward. This is justice moving forward as fast as it can. This is this Cancer energy. The Chariot is the fastest moving card in the deck. So what this has to deal with is justice moving somewhere very, very fast. Now, this could be a wrong being righted, and it's happening very fast. It seems like it's been coming, but it's been hitting through having a lot of games played on their mentality. And right now what that has to deal with is that's actually really a test, because we also have to always remember that nothing can ever come to us, nothing can ever attack us unless it is approved by Most High, right? Unless it's approved by the creator of the universe. So if you went through some trials and tribulations as a manifestor this year, you want to understand that this is a test. Oftentimes, and you can read it in the Bible, oftentimes people really, really, really get tested. you know what I mean, on their faith, really get tested on their belief. And as a manifester, you will know that really your core power comes from your belief, from your heart's belief. So this has to go with the mind, okay? So the mind, what the mind does is the mind translates what's going on in the heart, okay? The mind translates what's going on in the heart for us. It helps us decipher our emotions. It helps us decipher our beliefs. It's the connector from our intuition into our, from intuition into the physical, okay? The mind is. So here's the thing though. This justice is coming in. It's very fast, okay? It's hopping over this obstacle. The obstacles are coming at the end, so this justice is coming, and you've been strong. You've been strong on the other side of these obstacles, okay? And for that, something is, you have a shift in yourself, okay? So when we're talking about the mind, we're talking about the death card upside down. This is not a real death, okay? This is a death of something in your mind, some sort of mentality, some sort of thought process. Maybe there was a situation that you thought you were right in, but actually you were wrong. Or maybe there was a situation that you thought you were wrong in, but maybe you were right. Or maybe this could be, so a lot of you are setting boundaries. I know the manifesting community for this year has really been tested on boundaries for the past few years, I want to say. I think it's actually for the past 5 years. And for some of you, this could be for the past 13 years. It can be up to 13 years with this one, okay? But something had to go away. Something had to metamorphosis inside of you, okay? And that's what this death card upside down is talking about. It's about something needing to manifest, needing to metamorph inside your mind in order to create spiritual ascension in you. And the center energy for that is, this is not something that is easy to change. So what this tells me also is a lot of you have been meeting your inner child. A lot of you have been doing a lot of shadow work, a lot of soul work, a lot of childhood trauma work, or maybe if some of you guys weren't even traumatized, but maybe something that you learned from your childhood. And when I say childhood, I mean toddler to 10 years old to teenage years, all into early 20s, before the age of 24, okay? If you were before the age of 24, to me is a child, okay? So with this death card upside down, what this is talking about is something needing to change. Something needing to change. Something needing to die in your mind. Some sort of mentality, okay? Something that was holding you back. And you needing the strength in order to let it go. Now, I will tell you this. For a lot of you that I'm reading for on this, this has not fully died yet. You're in the process of letting this go. It's not all the way done yet though, okay? But it looks like in the recent past you had a problem with focusing. So this is where I'm saying I really, really believe that this is something to deal with the trauma, because in the past, what I'm feeling off of this card is it's an energy of somebody trying to avoid. They're running away. You know what I mean? They're trying to avoid their problems. They're trying to avoid this one little spot that, is holding them back, but it's so hard to let go. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and it's the inability to focus has really been messing with you in your manifestations, has really been messing with you in things, in accepting things, being able to get things in your life. Now, this is a recent past thing. This is not right now. Okay? It's a recent past thing. But so right now, we've got the 7 of Cups here. And this talks about illusions. This talks also about needing to have discernment. So right now, is a test. There's a testing period right now. Some of you may be going into it. Some of you may be in the middle of it. And some of you may be beginning to get out of it. Okay? You guys are at 3 different levels is what I'm feeling like. 3 different stages. Some beginning, some in the middle, some ending. Okay? But the 7 of Cups here is talking about illusions and discernment and choosing things wisely. Choose what you desire right now wisely. Remember that we're at winter solstice. We're getting into the winter season. And if you, I don't know, like for me, my year doesn't end until really spring, okay? But the 7 of Cups here talks about right now a need to really focus on your discernment on the things that you want, the things that you accept in your life. Really needing to focus your energy on only the things that you want, not the things that you don't want. Because if you focus your energy on the things that you don't want, you're going to get that into your life because that's what you're putting your energy towards. So think about your energy almost like it's like a rope, like a lasso rope, okay? And let's say you have like a cattle ranch, okay? And you get that rope and you go and you get that cow. That string of that rope there is your energy. And whatever you put it on, whatever cow that you put it on, or whatever bull that you put it on, that's the bull that you are focusing on. And you pull that rope and it's going to come towards you. That's the same thing with your energy. If you think about something, you are creating a tide to it. And you are bringing it into your life. This is being consciously aware of being a manifester. Because a lot of people that are manifestors don't really know it until later on in life. They don't know it when they're a child. They don't know it when they're they're a young adult. They know it later on, and then now they have to figure out like, oh, this is why this happened. This is why this happened in my past, and they have to figure out kind of what does it mean to be a manifester. It's a lot that goes into it. But one of the big pieces of being a manifester is being able to be consciously aware of what you put your brain energy on. That is not an easy thing to do. And it takes time and it takes self-control. So right now, with your mind, you need to, you're trying to get that self-control on what you focus on. You need to get that self-control so that you can use your own energy to bring things into you that you desire, that you want. Now, this is new for a lot of you guys because in the near future, we have the Page of Wands energy. This is a beautiful energy. Love the Page of Wands energy. The Page of Wands is a stage that we take for the first time. Something that we take for the first time. A journey that we take for the first time. This talks about passions. This talks about desires. This talks about the things that you want, the things that make you happy. This is definitely big on fire energy, and it also talks about being extremely motivated, almost like you have a child's energy. You have enough energy. You know when you see those little kids and they're running around and they're jumping around, you're like, wow, they got a lot of energy. This is the type of energy that you are going to be having once you learn to focus this mind energy. It's not going to take you, I mean, there's stages to it, but each stage doesn't really take a long time to get to, okay? But you're going to get it. You're going to get it with this Page of Wands energy. You're going to be going towards a new adventure with your mind mentally. You're going to be going towards thinking in a different way. You're going to be going towards thinking in a more self-control, like a self-disciplined way, having more self-control, being able to really harness this manifesting energy that you have, okay? Now we're going to go to the ultimate result. So with the mind, the ultimate result is we have the 3 of Swords and we have the 10 of Swords. So what this is going to lead is something finally coming to an end. Okay? This is when you come to this. Remember when we talked about this, the death card upside down? Something's needing to come to an end with the way that you think about things, the way that your mentality is. Okay? This could be, again, this could be boundaries. This could be childhood trauma. This could be a lot of things, okay? But it's something in the mind that needs to come to an end. And when you come there, you get onto this new mentality, this new journey of wanting to have self-control, wanting to have self-control, wanting to have what you desire, wanting control over what you bring and attract into your life. I'm sorry. So now we're at the end here. So there's a situation that died. You're cutting it out. The Three of Swords talks about betrayal. The Three of Swords talks also about cutting things out. Okay, finding out that something is not good for you, finding out that something has betrayed you, right? Finding out that this mentality that you had, this trauma that you had, this mentality that you had based off of trauma was really not working good for you. Where you created some sort of mind thought, some sort of mind habit, right? And you thought it was going to benefit you. Maybe you were a child when this happened. I'm really feeling strongly like it's about childhood. Maybe a lot of people, I don't know. But somebody is big on childhood. Something might have happened. And it caused you to have a survival response. And it protected you when you were a child. Now you are an adult. It's not protecting you now, it's hindering you. So as time goes by, we have to metamorphose with time. We have to metamorphose when we are in different stages. Even every age that we have, we go through a transformation. And that's what this is talking about right now. Because it comes to an end with this Ten of Swords. It's like a painful farewell. It's a painful goodbye. A lot of you, I think I'm hearing right now, like the advice is to write a letter to your younger self. For a lot of you, maybe write letters to your younger self and say, I love you. Tell your younger self that you love them and everything. Tell your inner child that you're going to be there, because you want to release yourself from that so that you can reach your full potential. All of that is just basically baggage, okay? It's baggage, and it's weighing you down from your spiritual ascension. So that's a good thing, right? So that's a good thing right there, to let it go, okay? So now we're going into the second part of the reading, and that has to deal with the heart of the manifestor right now. The heart is so important because the heart has to deal with that's the core of the manifestor's power. The manifestor manifests from the heart, and then the manifestation gets translated through the mind, and then the mind then creates a plan in order to execute what the heart desires, okay? Or the mind is able to configure this manifestation to come towards you, okay? It's a lot more complicated than that, but we're just gonna say it very fastly, okay? Because this is just the reading, okay? So right now with the heart, once again, we have what's on the base is the Tower, upside down. So this is something that's coming down anyway, once again, but we're looking at the heart piece now. We looked at the mental piece. Now we're going to look at the heart piece. Something that's coming down, and I'm feeling some resistance energy of letting it come down, okay? And this is with the heart, something that was built on bad foundations, okay? Something that didn't have solid foundations. Again, this is with beliefs. Again, this is with, how your emotions are. This is I'm really triggered. I'm really feeling childhood trauma, which a lot of people do have. That's kind of part of signing up to be born, is that we get a little bit of trauma because we have to overcome fear here. But in the middle energy here, what we have is the Ace of Cups. So this is the center right now. This is everything that's evolved around here. And when we're talking about the heart, doesn't it make sense that it would be the Ace of Cups? This is the big heart card. This is talking about new love. This is talking about new desires, new emotional fulfillment of some kind that's coming in. This manifestation, this is what I also heard. I just heard this right now. Okay, look. This manifestation, every time that you manifest, you are challenged to evolve. Your manifestations come in with challenges to evolve, okay? So every time that you manifest, you have to let go of something. You have to let go of some trauma. If you have trauma, it's kind of like the payment, but it's like the high vibing version of payment, as above, so below. So it's not like making a deal with it's not making a deal with the devil. It's like making a deal with the divine order. It's like making a deal with God, right? I'll give you this, but I need you to do better on this. I need you to do this or this, right? I need you to do this, and this, right? So right now, the center energy is this Ace of Cups. This is going to make sense to whoever it makes sense to. I'm not really going to go into detail about this, but somebody's getting a new framework of energy. Somebody's changing their whole framework of energy, okay? If it's for you, you'll know what I mean. Now, recent past, we have the Knight of Swords upside down. Something not coming in. Something not coming in. Some sort of information not coming in. Some sort of information is being blocked, but it does want to come in. It wants to come in really fast, but something... the Knight of Swords comes in very swiftly, and they always carry information with them that can cause a storm, okay? So this is some sort of truth that is being denied in the recent past. There's something, and then, we go back to this tower upside down, with this tower upside down, there's something in this Knight of Swords upside down. There's something in the recent past that is like, it's been denied. You know what I mean? It's been denied. When I'm saying it's been denied by you. There's something, maybe this is something that you really desire. Oh, yeah. It's something that you desire, but you're ashamed. If it's not ashamed, you feel some sort of negative energy towards your own desire, that you don't want to give it to yourself. Maybe, okay, when we was talking all about the childhood trauma, and everything, this actually makes a lot more sense now with this Knight of Swords. There's some sort of trauma that you're denying. You're denying it. And it's causing you in your heart to not be in union. You're not in union in your heart when you're denying. You can't deny your heart's desire. You can't deny what your heart desires. It's like your heart is a core, is a very, very big energy. You know what I mean? It's kind of like energetically you're being pulled from two different sides when you deny what your heart desire is. You have to know this. Yeah. Big time you have to know this. because what it's going to do is it's going to create conflict inside of your own self. And when you create conflict within inside of your own self, as within, so without, as within, so without, as within, so without. So that means when you create conflict within yourself, you are actually going to be manifesting that conflict to you. You're going to be drawing that energy towards you. This isn't necessarily, I wouldn't want to say, it is a manifestation, but that part is, it should actually probably have its own category on what that is, because whether you're a manifestor or not, as within, so without, so everything that's on the inside of you will be attracted to you, will reflect to you in your outside world. And the reason why that happens is it causes us to look at ourselves, but through a perspective of somebody outside. Because I think this is pretty clear, but usually an outside perspective is the best perspective. This is my personal opinion. Now, every now and then it's no, you got to use your discernment, but for the most part, an outside perspective is the best perspective. So all the people that are around you right now, all the people that you talk to on a daily basis, all the people that you work with, when you walk down the street, everything is a reflection of the world that you have within yourself. Okay? So when you deny your heart's desire, you are allowing that to be reflected to you back from the outside world. So conflict within yourself is going to be conflict on the outside, okay? Now, when we get into the near future, once again, we have the Seven of Cups. So right now, you have the Seven of Cups for your mental energy. So as you have that Seven of Cups for that mental energy, which is right now the things that you are processing about yourself and about your outside environment and about your past environment and about your current environment. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you are thinking about your future environment, especially because this is for manifestors. So, you probably think about the future a lot. But then this energy in the near future, after it comes into the mind, is going to go into the heart. We have the Seven of Cups. So right now, mentally, while you are deciding what it is that you want, what it is that you don't want, eventually what you are going to do is you are going to break down that process of moving through your mind first and then your heart. And you're going to break that down in that tower upside down, and you are going to reverse. You're actually going to do your heart's desire and then mentally figure out how to get it. And you're going to release this discernment piece to your heart where it belongs. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people, you know what they say? They say the things like, I'm going to think with my head first, and then I'm going to think with my heart. Let me tell you something. People who say that don't understand what the heart energy is, okay? What the heart energy actually does. Your heart is not going to guide you to stay in a situation that is going to hurt you. Because when you have heartache, that's the heart saying, I don't like to be here. That's when you're listening to your heart. A lot of times people that stay in negative situations, a lot of times people that stay in places and environments, whether it's work, whether it's family, whether it's relationships, friends, all this kind of stuff, even neighborhoods, even houses, it's usually a mental decision of some kind that has to actually deal with ego and doesn't have to deal with the heart. Because your heart is that piece that's talking to you like it's your intuition. Like, you know what? I don't like that every single day I have to work with this person. I don't like that every single day, this person that I have a connection with lets me down or something like that. It's the mind that gets you, that keeps you there. Because the heart When you say, oh, this person hurt my heart, hurt my heart, hurt my heart, every time the heart does that, the heart is saying it doesn't want to be there. Okay? It's the mind that keeps us there. So, when you release that control from your mind and you put it to your heart, and it's the 7 of Cups, okay? When you release that, now your discernment is able to be balanced, because your heart should be the one that decides what you want, okay? Now, when you do that, ultimately, this is where we're at. So remember, ultimately with the mind, we was talking about you're going to say bye to the toxic past, okay? You're coming to the end of the road with something very toxic in your life, right? But in your heart, you're going to be in the 9 of Cups energy. This is wish fulfillment energy. So this is something that your heart actually wants, and this is something that you have to decide how to actually listen to your heart, okay? And this ending is actually going to be what your heart wants, what your heart desires. Now, when you get to that happy heart, that's when you become better at manifesting, because now your manifesting energy, your manifesting battery, which is your heart, is going to be able to push itself forward and operate on a level that is able to bring in your manifestations. It's even going to be able to bring in bigger manifestations. Okay, it's that simple, but it's hard to execute. Okay, it's simple, but it's hard to execute. Okay, so now that was the emotional piece. We're going to go to the last piece, which is the Holy Spirit's advice for actions for you to do. Okay, so the base is right now, we got the God of Cups. This is the King of Cups energy. So the God of Cups, what this is talking about, this is big Scorpio energy, okay? This is Big Daddy Scorpio. I shouldn't have said that, but okay. Big Daddy Scorpio, okay? So Big Daddy Scorpio energy is a master at emotions, because it is the king energy in the deck. So this is somebody that is able to have a well-working heart, be able to discern who they let around their heart, who they let around their energy, but so that it can still operate. So if you were somebody who wants to come and be around my heart, but you know you got a sword behind your back, I don't want it, right? I don't want it. That's the energy, that the base of what Spirit is saying, so that you can get through. Okay, so that you can get through this anxiety and fear. Some of you are afraid. Some of you are afraid to set these boundaries on your heart. So that means, well, that's just telling me right there that a lot of you guys are really, really dealing with putting boundaries on people in situations that are close to you, and possibly people in situations that maybe you feel a little bit reliant on. There's a little bit of a dependent energy there, even if that's mental, because dependence doesn't necessarily have to be a material thing. You can be dependent on somebody mentally. You can be dependent on them emotionally. A lot of things. Okay. So this is breaking out of that those constraints that keep you dependent, and being emotionally independent, because the King of Cups can sometimes be considered somebody who's emotionally withdrawn. Okay, they can, especially to somebody that they don't feel that they can be open with. They can be emotionally withdrawn sometimes. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, because he is on the upright position. So this is somebody with emotional boundaries, but with a big heart. Okay. It's that big father energy. Okay. So the center energy right now is Spirit's wanting you to be in the energy of the Son of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands energy. Passionate, motivated. Do it. Okay? Do it. That's what I keep hearing. Do it. No excuses. Do it. Yeah. Spirit is really on that. And I think Spirit is really on our butts for all these like assignments that I've been getting, like, even on me. Spirit's been on my butt for my assignments. If I fall asleep, or if I try to fall asleep or something, Spirit will be like, wake up and do what I said. Wake up and do what I said. So this is kind of what they are advising you. Really, really set those boundaries. Now. Set them now. Don't wait. Set them now. Okay. Yeah, Spirit wanted you to break out of something in the recent past. We have the Three of Swords upside down. Break out of something. Even though a lot of you might be feeling like you might be betraying somebody. But if you have to think, if you are getting guidance from God, creator of the universe, and there is a person who is a human, which side are you going to be on? Which side do you know? Which side do you trust? Right? So you might be guided into doing something that you have anxiety about because you feel like you might be betraying somebody. Big betrayal energy. So Spirit's really wanting you to go forward with it anyway, and know that you aren't necessarily, you're not betraying somebody. Because in the current energy right now, you're in a conflicting energy. You're fighting yourself. You're fighting your own mind. Okay? You're fighting your mind. You're fighting spirit. You're fighting your heart. You're fighting your manifestation. You're fighting everything but the blockage that's not letting things come through. Okay? So Spirit's wanting you to fight that blockage. Put that energy, put that stubborn energy, and put that desire, put that I don't care, whatever energy, right? Put it towards the blockage, to get the blockage out of your life. Don't put it towards God. Don't put it towards the energies that's trying to help you, right? Don't do that. You need to put it towards the energy that is your blockage. See, for me, I think that the biggest thing is, I always call weaknesses and strengths are the same things. Your strength can be turned into your weakness, and your weakness can be turned into a strength. It's all about balancing and being able to balance on a spectrum all the qualities that you have in yourself as a person. So, God made you stubborn. God made you a fighter. Just don't use that on him. He used it. He wants you to use it on. He wants you to use it on the opposition, right? Don't use it on him. Use it on the opposition. That's it. It's not a big. It's just redirecting yourself, redirecting your focus on what you put your focus on, right? So in the near future, as you go through this, you're gonna be, because remember we said in the heart has to be very discerning. So right now the mind has to be discerning to decide to take this path. And then the heart is going to have to be discerning to know that this isn't a real loss. This is the Five of Cups. For this card, my mom always told me, she said, this is like the crying over spilt milk card. Okay? So if you notice here on this card, she's looking at these 3 cups here. They're spilt. They're gone. These opportunities are gone. They're dead. The water went back into the earth. The energy went back to its source, right? But if you notice behind her, she's got 2 other cups. She's got 2 other opportunities, but she can't focus on those opportunities because she's looking at what's lost. Spirit does have patience with you, though. Spirit does have patience with you because, obviously, changes and metamorphosing into different spiritual ascension levels. It takes time and process. The spirit does have patience. Patience is a heavenly virtue. So just know that you will have enough time in order to kind of like wrap your mind around it, but spirit is wanting you to go push. It's giving you a little bit of a push here. So ultimately, once again, what we're talking about is you're going to be letting go of those old foundations. This 4 of Pentacles upside down. You're going to be letting go of old values. You're going to be letting go of old things, old ways that didn't help you. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be a really, really nice thing. It's going to be a really nice thing for you, because what that's going to do is that's going to push you into a new way, basically. This is going to push you into a new way. This is going to push you into 2023 being a different year than it was, like being your victory year on some real stuff. You've done a lot of work. What I'm feeling off of these cards is it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot. But Spirit's been with you. You've done good work. You just got this last little push, okay? This last little push. And just self-discipline yourself. Put self-control on you and push and keep it moving. And you'll be fine. You'll be good. You're going to be okay. Yeah, this is great. Okay, so that was the Manifestor's reading. I'm going to get off the live and I'll be back probably in about maybe an hour or 2, because I'm going to do another live reading for Divine Alchemists, okay? Which is the other side, which is the masculine energy. What we call masculine energy, but that's, something a little bit different. And I'll explain it in there. If you want a personal reading, you can go onto my Etsy. I have it in the description in my on my profile. That's pretty much it. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for joining the live. I really appreciate that. And I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.